Dokkan battle video. So today, what I want to do is I want to go over the best units of every typing. We did a sort of a part 1 to this video, where we covered the best superclass unit of every typing, right? So like super AGL, super tech, super int, super physical, or super SCR and super physical. Now today we're going to look at the extreme class units. Now for a lot of the options for superclass, I was actually surprised. Like when actually sitting down to think about it, it's like, oh yeah, this is pretty obvious for a lot of these. And I feel like extreme has a similar thing going on, where I feel like for a lot of the typings, the best unit like for every typing is pretty obvious. So let's go and start with the extreme AGL. I mean, there's no foreplay needed here. It's Frieza, right? Like it's just very clearly, very obviously Frieza. His sworn enemy category is very good. And the new third form Frieza helps that out. I mean, you can make a very good argument that this Frieza is actually just the best unit in the game. I think it's very easy to do that. You put him in slot 1, turn 1, and like if you just get just a little bit of good luck, and especially if he gets one 18 key super off before that and he doesn't get like supered right away, he is demolishing the game, right? I mean, he can get caught immediately, but I mean, in fairness, you know, EGL UI Goku, he could just not dodge and he could get caught right away, right? It's the same thing. It's going to be tough for UI Goku to like out damage this Frieza as well. Especially if you got like a proper setup for Frieza, he'll just like tear through. Chances of getting a guaranteed additional super in slot 1 are very high, right? This Frieza just demolishes. Compared to Goku, right? Whereas Namek Goku, you know, needs ki by fighting extreme class enemies. For Frieza, super class enemies are way more prevalent in the game, so you're looking a lot better off there, especially with his active skill and with the way he's getting ki. Link set is very good. He's on a lot of teams. The only negative about this guy, actually, is the fact that I do feel like you really need to build your team around this Frieza. You have to really make him the focal point to see his power. He's not a unit that you could just toss into a random team and expect him to be like that sort of dominant. He'll still be good, right? I'm not saying he's bad or anything like that, right? Like it's not like he's gonna be like Trunks and Goten, who are actually unrunnable if you don't build the team around them. But like it's like Frieza, you know, there's a difference between, you know, him on rotation with third form Frieza and then this guy like floating, not getting his 18 key super to sack his defense and shit like that. But yeah, I feel like Frieza, very confidently, I say Frieza's the best extreme AGL unit. And again, there's like no discussion to be made. There's not even like a number 2. Who is the second best extreme AGL unit? Extreme AGL sucks. Wow. Is it Majin Vegeta? Like, Rose is solid. Super 17 is good. But, like, Baby is aged. This unit... you know, like, I think Zamasu sucks. Metal Cooler sucks. Android 13 is good, but he's only for the Android team. Like, Extreme AGL is really bad. There's not a lot of really good villain units here, which is a shame, because some of these other typings, they do have good villains and stuff. All right, let's move on to Extreme Tech. This was actually the single hardest pick among any of the 10 typings, was Extreme Tech. I feel like it's a 3-way race between transforming EZA Frieza, LR Super 17, and EZA Tech Hit. I feel like those are our 3 options. I actually would probably argue Tech Hit is the best extreme tech unit, which is insanity to me. Like, that's it. This guy should not be the best extreme tech unit. Like, they have fumbled the bag so hard with extreme tech, dude. This guy's really good, though. I mean, he has a amazing leader skill. He has actually probably this is the best leader skill on extreme tech, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's not even, again, that's also not up for discussion right there. Hit has by far the best leader skill for extreme tech. Really good super attack effect. Hit is very dominant offensively and defensively. You can't run him in slot 1, but slot 2 and 3 he's really good. His defense he'll take damage from super attacks in long events, but he doesn't take damage from normals. He will control Super Battle Road fights with his stun right here, his stun down here, and then his attack debuffing. Hit is very good. Link set, like, you could poke some holes in his link set, but like with the teams you're probably running him with, right? Universal Survival Saga and stuff like that, it does work well. Hits, believe it or not, I think is probably the best extreme tech unit. Transforming Frieza, I think, is sort of deserving of being in the discussion. I probably would argue him as number 2. He is very good. Whereas, again, the way that some of these Goku and Frieza units were designed, where Goku's strong against extreme class enemies and Frieza stronger against super class enemies, it just leads to the Frieza units being superior, with better link sets, fighting super class enemies, where more often you're fighting extreme class enemies. Again, it just leads to the Frieza units being superior to these Goku units. But like, it's just them. And then Super 17, I mean, it's such a sad story. They drop him, completely reliant on like target Goku and Android units, and then they've done nothing to support him. They're doing nothing to support this guy. Free to play easy A's? Are you kidding me? That's all we're giving him. Like, this guy's good. Like, he's good. Like, what do you want me to say? He's good, but like, they're not releasing anything to help him. Like, what? We gonna act like he gets solo stages by himself? No, like I don't understand. This is the worst. This is one of the worst releases in Dokkan history. Literally makes no sense. Like, he's a GT bosses leader that doesn't fucking have big bad bosses. It makes no sense. Every other GT, like, dude, like, here, let's just quickly pull up the GT bosses category real fast. Guess what? All these big major characters have. Baby, what does he have? Big bad bosses, right? Omega, what does Omega have? Take a guess. Big bad bosses, right? A lot of these units, big bad, like Rildo. Didn't Rildo have big bad bosses? Rildo's got big bad bosses. Not Super 17 though. Can't give it to Super 17. So he just gets cocked. I just don't know what they were thinking. One of the worst design units ever. And, you know, Extreme Tech has had that problem. Super Saiyan 3 Broly, terrible design. Genemba, terrible design. Right? You go down Murzumasu, horrible design. You go down the line, a lot of them are like that, right? You do have a gem like Tech Golden Freezer is still pretty good, I think. But, yeah, you guys get what I'm saying there. Extreme Tech, been shafted 5 ever, man. Raditz is pretty good. But, I mean, for Super Battle Road, he could get hit hard, though. Okay, so next we go to Extreme Int. Extreme Int is probably the best. Hey, dude, Extreme Int you've got some real powerhouse. Dude, yeah, because, like, Garlic Jr.'s all the way down here is so good. Chad Garlic Jr. Third Form Frieza is incredible. You have the Exchange Vegeta and Goku unit right here. You got Broly is crazy. LR Rose has a good destiny. Well, as soon as he gets support, he's going to be good again. LR Rose, dude, is going to be good in the future. I'm telling y'all right now. We have not seen the last of LR Rose being a meta-relevant unit, I don't think. Cell is good. Dude, Bojack is one of the best. It's actually probably the best aging unit in the game. I don't know. But the best unit, I would say, for Extreme Int is the Exchange Vegeta / Goku unit. So we continue the theme of, like, Goku being the best unit of every, like, even the villain units. Goku is number 1 right here for Extreme Int. This unit is just crazy. It's just that their numbers are just so fucking high. Like, attack stats are so crazy. Defensive stats are so crazy. It's just this unit is just ridiculously, insanely, absurdly basic. But it works because their stats are just so high across the board. Good Saiyan Link set, especially against Extreme Int. Like, pretty much all the good Extreme Int units are like Saiyans. Like, you run it easy, like, sort of like full, like Saiyan build there. You do have the Revive as well, where you fall under 30% HP and you swap with Goku. I mean, this certainly, if you're running like a full villain team, this could be an issue, but, you know, if you're running this Vegeta with another Saiyan, it definitely could work out. And this Goku is a demon defensively. He could be very powerful. This unit is just really strong. It's leader skill sucks. It's hard to, it's just, there's not a lot to talk about. It's just like high attack, high defense. That's it. Right, but it's a really good unit. They're very, very good. All right, so that talks about Extreme Int right there. Next we'll go to Extreme STR. Extreme STR actually is very good as well, right? You've got a couple of actually Extreme STR is looking pretty good. Dude, Extreme AGL and Extreme Tech. What in the like I look at this and it's like, you know, LR STR Broly, you're a goat. God Goku and Hit are ridiculous, Prime Battle Frieza is super good. I'm not as big of a fan of him as other people, but LR Turles is definitely one of the best units in the game, right? You have SCR Genemba is really good. Cooler is still really good, right? Like, Extreme STR, man. Bojack, don't forget about Bojack, is sick, right? Extreme STR in a really good spot. As far as who is the best, though, I would actually probably say LR God Goku and Hit, I think, is the best. I am just utterly blown away by their performance. I think Yellow Coin LRs in the last couple months have had like a renaissance. Like it's just different now, right? You know, we have LR Genemba who's crazy, Goku and Hit are crazy, Vegeta and Goku are crazy, right? We've just had a bunch of really powerful Yellow Coin LRs emerge. When Yellow Coin LRs, I feel like Dokkan was just releasing like shit after shit after shit for Yellow Coin LRs. This is another unit, kind of a similar thing to Goku and Vegeta, where it's just like, it's just insanity, right? Like their defensive stats are 500k plus while shooting at like 7 and 8 million attack stats, high chances to stun, right? Like they have this active skill. It's a permanent build-up. It's really hard to get it. This is not easy. In slot 3, they're shooting out like 10 plus million attack stats. This unit has so much utility. Like, they're so good. You have even your dodge and stuff like that after they attack. The thing that this unit shares with the LR Goku and Vegeta, too, is that, remember, that this Goku and Vegeta, they're just getting a bajillion ki for free, basically. Like, you start the turn, you get all this ki. Well, Hit and God Goku, it's even better, because they're getting more ki at the start for nothing. They're just getting the ki, which allows them to really be dominant at, like, nearly all times. They just look really good. The weakness for this unit, for sure, is the lack of category teams. This is a unit, too, that, like, it's night, like when they have Cold Judgment activated, it's just night and day how powerful they look. But I think this is the best Extreme SCR unit. And, you know, there's definitely an argument to be made. I think you can make a good case for Broly and for LR Turles as potential best Extreme STR units. I am not as high on LR Turles as other people are. I think it's very because Turles is ridiculous at 24 ki. It's very easy for people to you know, go into some bullshit weak event, put AGL Turles on rotation with him, easily get him to 24 ki and be like, oh my god, look at these, they're so good. But it's like, yeah, but like AGL Turles sucks ass, dude. LR Turles has got a bunch of links that you need, like a Turles, like this. 25% attack, 15% defense. Shit like this. LR Turles, I think, is in the same spot that LR Int Rose is. I mean, well, Turles is way better, of course. But, when this guy gets his EZA, I will probably be on board with the people who go crazy for this LR Turles unit. But it's just right now, like, this guy, again, it's one of those things where there's LR Turles, and then there's LR Turles with another Turles next to him. And it's like night and day. A night and day difference, right? This unit is a support, though. I mean, this unit is good, right? Like, they're good. They're just waiting for that perfect partner to emerge to really help bring them to full power. First form Freeze is really good. Again, SCR LR Broly finally, I think, has been surpassed with Yellow Coin LRs. I probably would say I like Vegeta and Goku and Hit and God Goku better than Broly. I don't know about Genemba, like Broly, Genemba. I probably would argue Broly a bit better than Genemba, because Genemba just a lot of times is so weak offensively, even if he's the best offensive unit in the game. Cooler is good, but I'm not arguing him above those other LRs, no way. Same thing, Bojack is good, but he's not as good as the other LRs, right? Genemba, again, solid, but he's not on those LR levels, right? So, there's Extreme STR. And then finally we get to Extreme Physical. Extreme Physical, again, is another, like, sort of, like, just obvious option to me. And that is LR Genemba. LR Genemba is the best defensive unit in the game. I think easily I would say that. I don't really see... I mean, the closest would be, like, UI Goku. I feel like some people might start saying, like, well, what about Heart Virus Goku? It's like, well... I mean, yeah, but in long events, he gets killed. Like, the reason Genemba is a better defensive unit than UI Goku is because Genemba is dominant the whole way through long events. Like, he's untouchable the entire way through. Whereas UI Goku can be caught at the end of him. So could Heart Virus Goku. Heart Virus Goku can get caught because he has his passive that wears off after 5 turns. Genemba is just a actual, like, impenetrable wall, right? Like he cannot be touched. He is the only character that can stop Evolution Blue Vegeta's final flash, by the way, with this right here. He has a 50% chance to just completely cancel it out. Now, previously, Vegeta's debuff would still hit you. That was, like, rectified. Dokkan, like, fixed that. So now if Genemba, like, nullifies Vegeta's final flash, you don't get hit with that defensive debuff, and Genemba's untouchable. The argument against, again, he's the best defensive unit in the game, but offensively, he is not good until you build this up. Once this gets built up right here, he begins to look very strong. But in order, see, this is why I don't like this design, because they know, like, you use him, like, Super Battle Road is the hardest, right? You're gonna have to put him in slot 1, so you're not gonna have a chance to build his passive up, build that key up, build that attack and defense up. His attack stats are shit until he builds this up. His key, he has major key problems until he builds this up. It's just how it is, right? But he is the best defensive unit in the game. His active skill is pretty pointless. I don't know, it's a free turn this deep into these events. It doesn't really matter. This is something that would be way better in Super Battle Road. Genemba has a godly link set, one of the best link sets in the game. Genemba units have always had an insane link set. A problem for Genemba is low amount of category teams. Definitely, I feel like that's a legitimate concern for Genemba. The few category teams that he's on. Now, in terms of who is competing with Genemba, we could say Buhan. I don't know. I see people talking about Buhan, and it's just like, dude, Buhan is one of the best units in the game, but let's not cap, like, this guy is, like, top 3. And I see some cats talking about him like that. Like, no, Buhan is not untouchable, invincible, brah. All right, like, let's keep in mind, too, by the way, that he doesn't have big bad bosses until turn 4 when you transform with him, right? Like, that is definitely an issue. I would say Buhan is number 2, though. Cooler is in there as well. Ize Cooler is great. Angel Golden Freeze is great. I'm not really crazy about this unit at all. This unit is actually pretty underrated. I think this unit's pretty good for, like, a free LR. And that's pretty good. Extreme Physical does... I feel like they could use I mean, I guess... I feel like Extreme Physical could use some help, just because, like, these two are just, like, L's. Like, these are just, like, shit units. They're just fodder. You're not going to use them. Yeah, dude, we need more villains. That's why, like... I have no problem with this, like, Vegeta and Goku unit and this Hit and Goku unit being villains, because, like, dude, we need more villains. Like, that's fine. It is crazy that two of the top 5, like, the best, like, villain units have Goku in it. Like, that's crazy. Extreme Mint and Extreme SCR, and they both just came out. But we need more villain units. So, I mean, dude, if they want to keep doing shit like that, dude, that's fine with me. I don't care. We need more villains. Like, Extreme AGL and Extreme Type, like, dude, this is look at it. This is a desert, dude. There's nothing here. Like, they fumbled Majin Vegeta. They can't fumble Goku Black and Zamasu, dude. They can't. We need him to be good. So, I mean, we'll see. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Again, I feel like there's probably not going to be too much of a disagreement for a lot of these units. I feel like the ones where there probably would be, maybe, I feel like people would argue Buhan, but I mean, Genemba's just better than Buhan. Maybe people would like Broly or Turles better than God Goku and Hit, I could see. But I feel like this one is pretty clear. I don't see who people would argue for tech besides Transforming Frieza and Super 17. I mean, dude, I didn't even mention his name. Don't talk about this dude. No, he is not better than Hit and Frieza or Super 17. No way. Genemba is better than him, I would say. Like Tech Broly is good, but like let's relax. Let's chill. And then Frieza is just this of all 10 typings, like, you know, I think Frieza is the freest one, right? Like there's actually nothing you can argue. There's nothing. Frieza's clear number 1. At least for Super AGL, you could say like, oh, I hate UI Goku's dodging. I like this unit better. There's just nothing you could say for Extreme AGL. Frieza's just clearly number 1, right? So, let me know what you guys think of the 10 best extreme class, or well, the best units of every extreme typing. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.